Welcome everybody to our webinar, Easy, Fast, and Healthy Weight Loss. And you may wonder, does this exist? This sounds too nice to be true. Let's look at the statistics. 20% of children and 65% of adults in America are overweight, and a lot of developed and developing countries are following America's footsteps because the fast food joints are springing up everywhere. So everybody's taking a risk of being overweight. So how can you say it's easy, fast, and healthy? Well, I'm Dr. Julia Tan. For simplicity, many of my clients call me Dr. J. And you might wonder, who is this Dr. J? If you search on the internet, you'll find thousands of Dr. J's out there. But this Dr. J is 5 feet tall, and this is not a 6 feet, 4 inches tall basketball player. So this is a petite female Dr. J. Well, many of my clients call me Dr. J, and you can call me anything, just don't call me late for dinner. A healthy, ease-free, and very tasty dinner, of course. If you can come up with that dinner, I would have dinner with you. Now, I want to give you some brief discussion of my background, why I am qualified to guide you to have the easy, fast, and healthy weight loss. First of all, I came from Taiwan to the U.S. in 1971 to pursue my master's degree in psychiatric mental health nursing at Boston College. After I finished the program in 2 years, I was teaching at Northeastern University, and also I worked in several hospitals in Boston and in New York. Then I went to UC San Francisco in 1978 to obtain my doctorate in the same field. But despite all these degrees, what I'm sharing with you today is not really coming from my degree programs. It's really from my lifelong experience of losing 50 pounds and kept it off for decades. Except 2 times I was pregnant with my children. I couldn't help it then. And I want to let you know, once upon a time, I was called a little pig. And because I was 50 pounds overweight and I was 5 feet tall, and I also suffer from a lot of symptoms from yeast and parasitic infection. And they include mind fog, fatigue, migraine headaches, depression, acid reflux, body aches and pains. Be aware, at that time, we did not have a name called fibromyalgia. In fact, nobody knew what I had. And then we have eczema. I have athlete's foot as well. So from head to toe, you can tell I was in trouble. And the reason why I tried to figure out the real cause of my overweight condition was because one day my uncle introduced me to his classmates that I was the little pig in the family. Be aware, at that time, boys went to boys' school in Taiwan, and girls went to girls' school. So boys and girls did not have a chance to commingle with each other like nowadays school system in America. So when I had an opportunity to meet some boys, quote unquote boys, from my uncle's classes, I was excited, but then my ego was crushed when he say, "This is my little pig in our family." So I went home, cry and cry for a whole lake of water. And then I decided either I die or I learn how to live better. And I did not know how to kill myself. I did not have the courage either. So I decided to live better and lose weight and look better and feel better. So I figured out actually there are 4 major reasons that I was overweight and I was a best case. Number 1 is that I had poor dietary habit. Number 2, I have unhealthy food culture around me. And number 3, I have a severe case of yeast and parasitic infection. Number 4, I have a lot of stress. And I'm going to elaborate on all of them so you will know what I mean. And when I say poor dietary habit, I mean I was addicted to sugar, dairy, wheat, yeast, alcohol, and caffeine, all the yeast's favorite food. And let me give some examples how I was addicted to all these food that I shouldn't have. Today I call them no food, and I was addicted to all of them. So sugar, for example. In Chinese custom, during the New Year season or holiday season, people usually visit their friends and relatives with some gifts in their hand. And the gifts usually a box of cookies or candies. And these box of candies usually tall boxes. And they are gallon-sized boxes. They are not small can size. They are very big can size. And I would just take the whole can of candies to my bedroom and then ate it all until my throat was so hurt that I could not swallow water anymore. And if I did not have if I did not have candy to eat, I would take a chunk of brown sugar and ate it until my throat was so hurt I could not drink water anymore. So that's how much I was addicted to sugar. Now, alcohol, for example, you might say, how can you kids drink alcohol in Taiwan? And let me tell you what happened. My folks make our own grape wine in those times, okay? And I remember they had 1 layer of grapes, 1 layer of sugar, refined sugar, of course, and 1 layer of grapes, 1 layer of sugar, until the urn is full. Then they seal it, and then they put underground for 6 months. After the grapes are fermented and became wine, then they dug it out, and then they filter the wine for the adults' consumption. And the kids will eat the pulp. And the grape pulp has a lot of sugar, a lot of alcohol, and it's delicious. So I would eat a lot of them until my face was red and my head was foggy and I acted silly. Then I knew I was drunk. Okay, so these are some examples that I was so addicted to all this no food. And I also have very unhealthy food culture around me. For example, we have frequent food festivals. Let me just give you some idea. So every 15th of the month, we have national holidays, so to speak. So every family will prepare a lot of food to worship our ancestors. And after the worship, guess who ate the food? the kids, okay? And I was the firstborn, so I got the most quantity. Because that's the norm. The firstborn got the most of everything, okay? So, number two, I was also affected by every other month's holidays. Now, every other month's holidays, I want to give you some example, and you'll be amazed. For example, January 1st, we have a lot of food for New Year. And then January 15th, in addition to having a lot of lanterns, we also have a lot of food for Lantern Festival. And then March, we have clean up the graveyard holidays. Okay, so adults prepare a lot of food to bring to the graveyard of our deceased ancestors. We worship them, we clean up the graveyard, and guess what? The kids eat the food. So, then next one is May, double fifth. We call double fifth holiday. And there was a very interesting story attached to it. To make the story short, there was a general called Qu Yuan, and he was a favorite of the emperor at that time, but somehow things went wrong, and then the emperor thought that he had a conspiracy to overturn him. So he was demoted to a very remote and small town. And he was very depressed because of that. So he jumped into the river to commit suicide. And the locals they were afraid that the fish may eat his body, so they dropped a lot of rice dumplings into the river for the fish to eat. So the fish has no need to eat Qu Yuan's body. So the tradition was handed down, and then nowadays we still have double fifth holiday, making a lot of savory dumplings or sweet dumplings, and we kids of course have a good time to eat more food without any limitations. And then July we have a ghost holiday. We prepare a lot of food to feed a ghost, which we don't see, and we don't see they take the food. So once the worship is over, then of course we kids can enjoy the food the adults use to worship the ghost. So I can go on and on. Every other month we have holidays until the end of the month, and then it repeat again every year. And then number C is that we have big yearly festival in every city to worship a female god called Ma Zu. Okay, and interestingly, every city have a different date for this big festival. So I remember I was invited by many classmates from different cities for different days of festivals, and of course I ate again every time when I went to these festivals. So I was overeating all the time. I didn't have a chance. I have a weak willpower, and I'll tell you why emotionally I was all messed up too. So I have acid reflux, and my parents did not know why and how to help me. And I knew it was because I overate all the time. And next phenomena is that food is a symbol of love. You know, my parents are farmers, so they were busy all the time working in the farm. They did not know how to talk to the kids when they had emotional issues, right? So they just used food as a way to comfort us. So, long behold, I had more food when I was upset. And on top of all these overeating habits, I also have a severe case of yeast and parasitic infection. So, the food I ate actually fed the yeast and parasites in my body. My enemies actually, or animals you can say, my enemies in my body actually loved the food I ate. They were felt fed by all these sugar, dairy, wheat, yeast, alcohol, nicotine, and chemicals. And you might wonder, why did you smoke? Why you have nicotine? And it's because my father was a heavy smoker, so I have a secondary inhalation as well. So I inhale all this nicotine and then all the wrong food I ate. So one wrong food for my body, but right food for yeast and parasites. So they have a rock and roll party in my body. And the overgrowth of yeast and parasites also jeopardize my thyroid function. Today it's called Hashimoto syndrome. At that time, we didn't have all these big names. I was just miserable and I was just suffering. So anyway, when my thyroid function was jeopardized, then of course my metabolism was sluggish. And I also have a lot of stress. I told you mentally I was messed up. So first of all, I had a poor mental attitude. I tend to compare myself with others, and then I envy people who had more than what I had. And then I have pent up negative emotions like anger, resentment, fear, guilt, regret, etc., etc. And I was ashamed. I was ashamed with my parents' background because they were farmers. They were not educated. And when I compared them with my classmates' parents, they were college educated and they can carry a very interesting conversation all the time, but not with my parents. So I was ashamed of them. And because of all this, of course, I have a chronic depression. But I told you when I was introduced by my uncle as a little pig in my family, I was crushed and I decided to live in a better way and lost 50 pounds so people would not say that, oh, this girl has a beautiful face, but, and usually they don't continue. And I know what I mean is that, but she has an ugly fat body, but they didn't say that. So it took me a total of 6 years to lose the 50 pounds actual weight. And today I'm going to share with you the information that's essential for you to lose the weight in a very easy, fast, and healthy manner. So you don't have to take 6 years. I'm going to give you condensed information that you can use to reach your goal weight quickly. And basically, I follow 5 steps. Step 1 is to identify and work on real causes. Step 2 is to develop an anti-yeast / weight loss meal plan. Because when I found out that the anti-yeast nutritional program actually, because I did not feed my little enemies within, they don't jeopardize my thyroid function like they did before, I begin to lose weight too. And number 3, I stay on weight control herbal formulas. Now I formulate my own formulas, as you know, or as some of you know. You don't all know me, okay? But in case you want to know how I have the herbal knowledge, to make the story short, I was suffering a severe case of yeast disorder when I was born. So my mother thought I died when I was 2 weeks old. At that time, there was typhoon in Taiwan. Typhoon in Taiwan is like a hurricane in America. The air quality was very bad because all the dirty stuff was blown into the air. So I stopped breathing, and my mom thought I died. But lo and behold, my neighbor went to our house. Our house means the outside bathroom. At that time, there was no bathroom in house. So my mother was alone because my father was imprisoned by Chiang Kai-shek trip when Chiang Kai-shek lost his battle to the Communist Party in China. So he went to Taiwan, took over little island called Formosa, and then imprisoned all the able men. Even though my father was a farmer, he was a suspect because he was a man. And then my grandparents were stuck in typhoon. They couldn't come home because of typhoon. So my mom was alone with me, and she was a young girl then. She was only 20 years old. So at that time, people were very young. And so she was crying, thinking that I died. And my neighbor came over and found out that I was actually rescuable. So he and my mom hold a hooded tricycle. Believe me, at that time there was no car. So the transportation, the common transportation was hooded tricycle. For those of you who know the history, probably you would know what I'm talking about. So they went to town and find a pediatrician to shock me to life. However, he said that he did not know what I had. So he suggested to my mom to look for a famous Chinese medical doctor in town, and maybe he would know better how to take care of me. But at that time, my mom and also the villagers believed that I was cursed because I was so sickly. So I need to find a Chinese medical doctor and adopted by him as to break the curse, basically. So because I was cursed. So I was adopted by a Chinese medical doctor, and he put me on herbs since I was 2 weeks old to raise my immunity and improve my total well-being. But he did not know later on I will develop a severe case of a weight condition and because of the yeast and parasitic infection. So finally I figured it out myself based on the herbal knowledge I learned from him, and then I created my own herbal formulas. So in the herbal formulas I created, there was a program called weight control program, and if you stay on the weight control program, it was easy because you don't really have to do much work. You just stay on the herbs as maintenance, and therefore you will not be bloated again, and you will be detoxed all the time, and your immunity will be good, and your metabolism will be boosted. So this what I mean by stay on weight control with herbal formulas. It has been almost 20 years since I created these herbal formulas, and I've been on them for this long. So this is very, very easy and very beneficial to your health in terms of maintaining your immunity and total well-being. Number 4 is manage your stress effectively. And number 5 is maintain a healthy lifestyle. Now, I want to go over each step in very great details with you later, because once you understand, then it's easier for you to follow. Then you understand really losing 50 pounds and keep it off is not as difficult as you think. Now, step 1, I want you to do an honest assessment. Many clients came to me and say, "Oh, Dr. J, it's because the baby fat I had." Don't blame on baby fat, I said. And then some people will say, "Oh, it's because of genetic." Now, be aware, a lot of overweight people also have a overweight pets. And I hope that's not genetic. You would think that's laughable, right? When you hear that. But people actually say that to me. So I want you to be honest. Look at your real cause or real causes of overweight condition. Usually there are multiple causes. And once you figure it out, then we can zero in and give it a laser focus approach. If you don't put up a small screen, then it's easier for you to accomplish what you want in terms of losing your weight. And step 2 is to develop a weight loss meal plan. And as I said earlier, when you develop an anti-yeast nutritional program, you actually lose weight easily. So when I say weight loss meal plan, actually it's the same as anti-yeast nutritional program. And that includes no sugar, no dairy, no wheat, no yeast, no alcohol, no caffeine, no nicotine, and no chemicals. Let me repeat one more time. No sugar, no dairy, no wheat, no yeast, no alcohol, no caffeine, no nicotine, and no chemicals. And some of my clients say, "Dr. J, this is the food I eat every day. Do you want me to kill myself? If I don't eat this stuff, I have no food to eat." Then I tell them that's not true. If you follow my guidance, you actually have a lot of food to eat. I'm living the same way all these years, and therefore I look young, I look trim, and I'm healthy. Okay, so if you follow these 8 commitments, like my clients call Dr. J's 8 commitments, actually you will find you will lose weight very fast. Okay, because your bloating will become almost immediately in a few days or just the following day, that you will not bloat like you used to be doing before. And step 3 is using herbal therapy. Like I said earlier, I have a weight control program like herbal cocktail and fitness plus to burn your fat. We have fat burners, and I have herbal cocktail to nourish your system. Even though you have leaky gut syndrome or whatever digestive syndrome you have, it also will help you. So my herbal therapy program is not just to help you lose weight, but also help you to cleanse your yeast and parasites, like yeast barrier control and cleansing balance tea. Also cleanse your yeast and parasites in your body and boost your immunity, metabolism, and energy at the same time. And step 4 is stress management to stop emotional eating. if you release your negative emotions, such as anger, resentment, guilt, fear, regret, etc., all these pent up emotions, more likely most people don't even be aware that they have all these negative emotions. They just feel they have low grade depression or low grade anxiety, but they did not know where they came from until they work with me and I help them to realize that all this stress actually came from a childhood experience. Maybe they were molested as a child, or they were physically, emotionally, and of course sexually abused as well. So all this abuse they endure as a child, when they grow older, it can haunt them. And most people don't even aware they have these emotional issues. So when they feel empty inside and they feel they want approval or they feel the guilt, then they feed their emotional hunger with food, even though they are not hungry. So once you can stop emotional eating, then you don't need so much food. Right? Like nowadays, I don't even snack. I just eat 3 meals, and the 3 meals are satisfying to me. I don't need to snack. And step number 5, let me sip a little bit of my cleansing balance tea. This tea is delicious. This is one of the herbal formulas I formulate. It's called Cleansing Balance Tea. It's not only good for detox, but also good for removing the mucus in the throat. So my clients who are singers love this tea for clearing up their throat. Okay, number 5, healthy lifestyle for long-lasting weight control. So of course you need to sleep and rest, like what I would suggest in a 1-day VIP workshop that I'm going to introduce to you later. Because without proper amount of sleep and rest, your metabolism will be jeopardized. So you have to sleep well and rest well. And how much sleep, how much rest, I'll give you more information later in the 1-day workshop. And then hydration is also very important. You need to drink enough fluids every day to keep your metabolism going. It's like a sewage. If you don't have water running through the sewage all the time, then the yucky stuff will be stuck. And then just like your body, or the junk in your body will be stuck, and you will not have a good sewage system in your system, so to speak. So you need to hydrate your body. As you know, a lot of diseases actually came from dehydration. And the next phenomena you need to pay attention to is you need to exercise. But this exercise is easy. It's not the hardcore exercise you have to do. Oh, brisk walking every day. You are so tired. No, that's not what the kind of exercise I would suggest you to do. For example, I would suggest low impact exercise for you to do, and it's also a lot of fun when you do this exercise, because this exercise you can even enjoy the music or you can create your own rhythm. When I exercise, I chant, so it could be very much fun. And then the spiritual practice is also important. For example, if you meditate every day, then you need to continue with that, especially when you're overweight. Because in meditation, you can see in your mind's eye that you are thin, you are fit, you are trim, and you are healthy. So you can use the power of visualization to visualize that you already got what you want. And earlier I told you I want to introduce you to my VIP day workshop. This is a 1-day workshop. It's a virtual workshop, so anybody in the world can attend. You don't have to set aside certain day and skip work to do that. Okay, you can just put aside one Saturday or one Sunday or have a day at a time, and then go through the 5 steps that I guided you in the 1-day VIP workshop. That I will go into deep into the 5 steps, so you will actually be able to follow these 5 steps that I went over with you already, but very deep, so you can really get the results like I did. And by now, I hope you are committed to really not only improve your appearance, but also your health. And if you are committed, then you just click on the link, Easy, Fast, and Healthy Weight Loss. And if you cannot click through the link, then you can just go to our website. And by the way, the cost of this program is $1,495 USD. For those of you who are familiar with the value of my programs, you say, wow, Dr. J, you are so generous. You really undercharged for this valuable program. And for those of you who do not have a habit to invest in your health, then you say, wow, this is expensive. So anyway, you can go to my website to get more information and decide for yourself. My website is www.healthymind-healthyincome.com. No space in between, just dash. So let me repeat one more time. www.healthyBody-healthymindhealthyincome.com. And you can enroll there too. You can just look for the Easy, Fast, and Healthy Weight Loss tab, and then scroll down and you will see the enrollment area. Or you can just click on the link. If you can click through, it will take you to the enrollment area right away. And if you are not convinced yet, I want to give you a couple of testimonials to help you to understand what a great value that you are getting for that $14.95 USD. And these testimonials I got all the time from all kinds of people. But today, because of time constraints, I will just give you 2, and they'll give you some idea. The first one is from Paula in New York. Basically, she said, I am 48 years old. I have been overweight all my life. The weight yo-yos really frustrated me until I came across Dr. J's program. I have lost pounds and inches slowly and safely. I no longer suffer constipation and bloating. The detox and weight management herbs really work. I have also learned to release a lot of hidden negative emotions such as anger, resentment, fear, and guilt. I'm feeling so much lighter now, both physically and mentally. Thank you, Dr. J. So I want to give you some highlights here according to her testimonials. Number one, this is safe because this is not like chemicals would jeopardize your liver and kidneys. In fact, if you are on my herbal program, you are also cleansing the liver and kidneys and strengthen your immunity as well, in addition to losing weight. So that's why she's on a detox and the weight management herbs at the same time. And she also released not only her physical weight, she also reduced her mental waste. And therefore, both mentally and physically, she feels so much lighter. And you will get the results like this when you join our one-day VIP workshop. And here's the second testimonial. This is from Lucy in West Australia. Even though she had a very heavy accent, I don't know whether people in Australia happen to have heavy accent or just her, but her accent was heavier than mine, but we communicate anyhow because she was very motivated. So somehow we understand each other when we talk to each other. And she said, I have been overweight all my life. My nickname was Chubby. When I was a kid, Dr. J's weight loss intensive program helped me identify the real causes of being overweight all these years. I have been able to work on the real issues. I have lost a total of 40 pounds so far. My goal is to lose another 20 pounds, although I'm looking good already. Thank you, Dr. J. And I want to give you some highlights here too, because she did not know her real issue was her low self-esteem. Because she was called Chubby all the time, and her parents thought this is a cute nickname, when in fact it's really hurting her ego. So she never had enough confidence to lose weight and look good. Finally, when she figured this out with my assistance, then she was able to zero in the real causes and then lose the weight she wanted. So this is the power of laser approach. So by now, I hope you are committed to really improving your health and also improving your appearance. And if you're ready, then just click the link Easy, Fast, and Healthy Weight Loss, the VIP Day Workshop. And the cost is $14.95. And when you can click through, then it will take you to the enrollment area right away. And if you cannot click through, you are just listening on the phone, then you go to our website. Let me repeat one more time. It's www.healthybody-healthymincome.com. And it's a mouthful, but actually it's easy to remember. And I hope you know how to spell healthy, right? So, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy income. That's easy, right? So, when you go to our website, just look for Easy, Fast, and Healthy Weight Loss tab and scroll down, then you will reach the enrollment area and they will take you to enroll right away. Oh, I also offer you 3 bonuses if you sign up today. Let me explain to you what I offered you as a bonuses. Number 1 is that I designed a self-assessment questionnaire. This is a tool for you to track your progress at intervals. And usually I suggest people to fill out the questionnaire and then compare the results every month. I don't want you to do more often than that because I don't want you to be compulsive. That will lose my purpose. My purpose is to help you to enjoy life. So I don't want you to be compulsive and be anxious about what you do. I want you to enjoy what you do, okay? And number 2, bonus, you will get my best-selling book, Breaking the East Curse, Full and Unconditional Love for Magic Healing. Remember earlier I say the custom of Chinese at the time believed that I was cursed. So I was adopted by a Chinese medical doctor, and lo and behold, the curse was broken, so I'm still here talking to you today. So you would really understand what I went through and what I did to break the curse. And once you read a book, you will be knowledgeable in terms of what to do to maintain your ideal weight for life. Okay. And number 3 is the Eat Free cookbook. It's called Healthy and Tasty, Dr. J's and Thais Cooking. And when you know how to do this cooking, you would want to eat at home most of the time. And even when you go out, eat out, then you will know what to select. And people reported to me they save their grocery bills from 30 to 50% because they don't buy junk food anymore. And when they cook healthy, they also save their medical bills. So these 2 books originally published in 1997 or 1997. So it's in the 5th edition already. It's 19 years already, almost 20 years. My classes still regard these 2 books as the Bible of health. Why? Because they go back to read the content every so often. And every time when they go back, they will find some new information that they missed before. They will learn something new, they said, and always it's very useful for them to lose weight or maintain the ideal weight. So ask yourself, am I ready to make a positive change? If you are, then just click on the link, Easy, Fast, and Healthy Weight Loss. And if you are not ready to click on the link, you are welcome to go to our website either to enroll or to get more information. And our website is www.healthyBody-healthymind-healthyincome.com. And after the information I give to you, if you are still sitting on the fence and undecided, then you're welcome to call me as a last sort, that you can ask me more questions if you want to. And the 213 number, 213-489-1712, you can call me in the US or internationally. Or you can just email me, they save you a phone call bill, and that is Dr. J's Healthy BMI at gmail.com. DRJS, as like Sam, Healthy I hope you can spell healthy. Okay, B is body, M is mind, I is income. So the whole address is Dr. J's healthy income, healthy BMI at gmail.com. Let me repeat one more time. Dr. J's healthy BMI at gmail.com. Send me an email to ask questions, and I hope I can answer it. Just don't send me a book. I don't have time to type long emails. I told my clients, because I'm a slow typist, don't ask me questions with long emails. If you have questions to ask, just call me or Skype me. Okay, and the Skype is Academy of Vibrant Health. So with a video call, we can talk, or audio call, we can talk on Skype, and not demanding me to write long email, because I won't do it. I don't have time to do it. Okay. And if you want to go to the website to get more information, let me just repeat one last more time. It's www.healthybody-healthymind-healthyincome.com. And I hope you, by now, you are convinced you can use this one day VIP workshop virtual. Okay, so you can actually join from any part of the world, and you don't have to be limited to certain days. You can just study, listen to these the virtual course, and you want to really listen to the course with full attention. So I called it VIP, because you will become a very important person after you go through the program. And this VIP one day workshop, once you go through, you will have all the knowledge and skills you need to lose weight and maintain ideal weight. Okay, so I hope you are ready to enroll, and I want to say goodbye for now, and I will leave the contact information on the screen a little longer. Bye.